Us is that Raila Amolo Odinga is one of the leaders we have in this country that has been in politics for quite a long time.
Yes.
Now Raila has vied for presidency for 5 times, failed 5 times.
Yes.
But now he has decided to go for the continental position, that is the AUC chair.
Yeah.
When Raila exits the political arena, the local politics,
Yes.
and now focus on the continental politics, how do you think this will affect our local politics and the political impact?
Yeah.
Okay, how will it affect us politically? Knowing that Raila has been here, Raila has been so vocal. Okay.
Yes.
How do you think this will affect our local politics?
This action is going actually to affect our local politics.
Okay.
Immensely.
Okay.
Because Raila for a very long time has been at the pillar of the opposition in this Kenya.
Okay.
He has been putting the government in check.
Okay.
And he has been calling shots that brings about changes in the country. Okay. So I can say it will affect our country positively and negatively. Okay,
positively, how do you think it will affect us positively?
Positively, it will affect us in a way that I think now the government can breathe. The government has been so much been suffocated by the Raila effect altogether. So now that Raila has...
Wait, Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
When you say the government has been suffocated by Raila,
yes,
do you think that by the Raila factor has not allowed government to perform their duties effectively, or what do you mean?
Yes, that is what I mean. What I mean is that the government can decide to do things the way they do, in their own way, maybe to score their goals altogether. Okay. But in the same measure, they can do things that are not in line with the constitution altogether. Okay. But again, those things that they do that are not in line with the constitution can bring positive result if given time altogether. And in this regard, Raila cannot allow all these things to happen. Things that are being done that are not in line with the constitution. So government find Raila as a thorn on the flesh. Together. So now that is now going to the AU, it means that the government can now do their things the way they want them to be done.
But do you think that the only thing that we lack is that the oversight role? Okay, because Raila for a very long time has been so vocal. And many people have come to realize that there are so many dealings that the government were doing. Without Raila, nobody could have known of it. Okay?
Yes.
Now, do you think that if he eventually exit the political scene, who then will take up that role? So that, because when you say the government can do what they want, then maybe the government can decide to nyanyasa wananchi and nobody will speak.
You know, Ruto has been saying this thing here, that we can decide to make a harsh decision. For the betterment of the future of this country. Together. But he has not been given any chance to do that. Together.
Yes.
And the person who has been in the front line to hold back Ruto from doing all these things is Raila Odinga. Together. So there is no chance for Ruto to be given benefit of doubt, given that whatever you want to do is maybe contrary to our constitution. But you know, sometimes we can bend our constitution for the betterment of our country. Together, we just bend it a bit.
No, when you say no, I think the country is governed by the rule of law.
Yes.
And our constitution is something that needs to guide how we work.
Yes.
How we behave. Now, when we say that we bend it, does it mean that now there is a problem with our constitution that cannot allow the government to achieve whatever it should achieve for the benefit of the people of Kenya? Why then should we bend it? If there is a problem, why can't we then just amend the problem so that the government can work within the rule of law? Why do we need to bend the constitution to achieve a certain goals?
I will tell you like this.
Okay.
There is no constitution in Kenya that is perfect.
Okay.
Not even in Kenya. Let's say in the world, there is no constitution in the world that is perfect altogether. And that's why so many countries, including Kenya, they keep on doing amendments to their constitution altogether. So a time can come that we want to achieve something.
Okay.
And the only thing that is hindering us from achieving it is the same constitution that we passed.
Can you give example of what maybe we can try to achieve?
Yes.
But the constitution can now be will hinder us from achieving that.
For example, I want to give you just a clear example from our parliament system. That if at all we want to achieve something, that is now targeting to change our dynamics of economics in this country, we must go to the parliament.
Yes.
And some changes needs a constitutional amendment altogether. And again, we might not have that time to amend the constitution, because constitution amendment is a process. It is not an event of one day. We go to to readings in the parliaments altogether. It will go to the next reading and the next one until we reach a point of now we want to go to the referendum. So the timeline between starting the process and ending the process might take long altogether. And now we need to make some changes in the health system. For example, SHIF, from NHF to SHIF. You see the courts
but
came strongly against it to turn it down.
But do you know, when people question some projects,
Yes.
before the constitution allowed that, before government undergone a certain changes,
Yes.
they have to do a public participation.
True.
They have to come back to the people and ask the people, are you okay with this?
Yes.
How then do you want to say that now, if that is something that is within our constitution, how then is it wrong? When this thing go through parliament,
Yes.
we all know that the MPs represent us in parliament.
Yes.
How then could now the president now do things the way he wants without going through the representation or the representatives of the people?
Yeah.
Don't you think it's only right and proper for everything to go through the due diligence process of representing the people, and the people also to hear their voices, so that the government, because if today, for instance, the government decided to come up with things that now will finya wananchi,
Yeah.
it is the constitution that will defend the people.
Yeah, it is the Katiba that will now protect the people.
Yes.
But again now, let us now ignore the part of protecting the Wananchi. I want us to measure on this part that the government is coming up with a policy that will impact the lives of Wananchi positively altogether. But this policy, if you look at it keenly, it is not in line with the constitution, but it is a good policy altogether. And now you find that now the Katiba, the constitution is now the main hindrance, because Katiba is there as a like we can call it our Bible. Like Christians, they follow strictly
The Bible.
the Bible.
Yes.
Katiba, we follow it like our now Bible.
That's how it will be.
You understand? But you can see good things that are outside the constitution, but they give us good results altogether. So the government of the day have been trying to pursue that good thing that is outside the constitution.
Okay, like what? Can you give an example of this one thing? Because let's look at the case of Morara.
Yes.
This young guy who has been going across the country,
Yes.
trying to highlight the failed project by this government. Okay? When you say the government are trying to come up with policy that will benefit Kenyans, but are not within the constitution of the country, can you give an example?
Like one, like let me point out housing project.
Yes.
And let us again point out what do you call the levy, house levy. The courts have rejected the issue of house levy vehemently altogether. Reason being, it is not in line with the Constitution of Kenya altogether. Now let us now go to this housing project. Housing project is something good, especially when now you are coming up with it in informal settlements like Kibra, Madare, Korogocho, those areas. Areas where people don't know what is flushing toilet means altogether. People don't know what is climbing stairs means. People don't know what is balcony. The meaning of balcony, they don't know altogether. These projects are good projects, but it is not supported in the Constitution. The process of attaining them is not anchored anywhere in the Constitution, but it is a good project.
Okay, when we talk of the housing project,
yes,
this was a manifesto or a policy by the Kenya Kwanza government to give affordable housing, to ensure that the government can ensure that every single Kenyan has got a proper settlement, whereby somewhere someone can call a good house or a good home.
Yes.
But now the Constitution did say that when the government come up with housing levy, the 1.5 that was to be deducted from the civil servant, they failed to explain the accountability of that money. How then do you want to tell someone that I will cut in your money, I will take your money from you, but you don't want to tell me how accountable that money is? Secondly, you talk of the housing program. The only problem I have with this, why should the government deduct Kenyans their money and again sell those houses to the people? Don't you think that is double charging people? Why then should you build your house and someone come and sell you the same house that you built with your money? Why then could the government just source for funds from whichever way they can get it, build those houses, then sell them at affordable price? If that was the beginning, without deducting Kenyans, because generally as it is with the housing levy, Kenyans are building their own houses and the government is selling those houses back to them. Is it making any sense when we talk about that housing levy? Because that is why now the Constitution come in to protect Kenyans from such things. Okay? Don't you think hapo kuna kashida?
Shida inakujia hivi. When you say that government is trying to take money from us, then build the houses, then
and sell it to you.
Yes. The issue with that project or that initiative was the legal framework that was around it.
Yes.
Altogether. So, if the legal part was proper, including deducting this house levy, if the legal framework was put in line with the Constitution as it is, then no one could have stand against that project. So the issue that surrounded this was just a legal issue.
But now that is where we say, that is now bring me back to saying that we should not contradict the Constitution, because it is something that protects us. If at all we could have not followed that Constitution, then government can do whatever they want to do. Whether you feel good or bad, tumesai fanya utadu. It will bring some kind of arrogance from the government. Don't you think so?
But you know, even as you speak, the projects are going on.
Yes, against the will of Kenyans and even the directive of our courts.
But you see, sometimes we Kenyans, we have double standards as well. We have we speak this and we do the other thing. Those houses, upon their completion, we Kenyans, no one will say that this house was built without my consent. They'll just enter into those houses.
But another problem I have with this housing project thing. The government says that we are bidding this affordable housing. They sell one unit of house between 3 million to around 5 million. How affordable is that? Do you think a 3 million house is affordable to Mutu Boda Boda and a Mama Mboga?
But what duration of
period? I want you to look at it from someone earning 500 bob per day. How affordable is that?
But what I can say is that maybe the government considered the period that you will take to complete your payment into buying that house.
If this guy is earning 500, you give him house, meaning that you are subjecting this guy to a lifetime payment scheme. Is it making any sense?
It is not making any sense, but eventually he will own the house.
What makes the difference if this guy could just build himself a simple house that can cost, let's say, 200,000 somewhere in the village?
But you see that 200K,
by the end of the day, they own a house.
The 200,000 that
not everybody want to stay in the urban centers.
The 200,000 that you're talking about, very few Kenyans can get that money instantly. If the way it is at 200K.
Yes,
even
I know.
50,000, it is not easy. But if I give you, if that person pays litro by litro, that money, however how long it will be, eventually will reach the target.
Anyway, aside of the housing project, I think that should be one topic on its own.
It is a very wide topic.
Yes. Now back to the Raila's AUC bid. If Raila goes to AU, by God's grace, maybe next year,
yes,
he will relinquish his position as the party leader of ODM. Do you think this will leave ODM together as it is, or do you see some kind of division within the ODM party?
Let me start by saying that ODM party is the oldest party so far that we have.
Yes.
The oldest
and
party.
And one of the strongest parties, so
yes,
to say.
It is the oldest, it is the strongest party.
Okay.
It has a very high number of registered members. And this is what I want to say. For a party to last that longer, it means that it has a good foundation. It has a good structure. Okay. It has people who can formulate policies that runs the party effectively. Okay. Now that Raila is going the other side, it will be an advantage to some other members within the party altogether. Because recently we have seen people being given positions in the party, the deputies, and were they 4 or 3 deputies? I don't know that number.
Yeah.
So
3 deputy party leaders.
3 deputies currently.
From the previous
initially,
2, there were 2.
There were 2.
Yes.
It means a position has been created for someone there who is now enjoying the top leadership in the party.
Okay.
So this means that some other people are being mentored to be top leaders in the party. So it is good for some other members.
Okay. So you think ODM will still be strong as it is, even without Raila?
It will. And I want to tell you that Raila is not out of ODM. Even when we see him in the AU, AU is just there by virtue of he should not be involved actively in local politics. But the constitution of the AU setup doesn't hinder him from attending the gatherings, provided they're not political.
Okay.
Are you together? Okay. So when he's there, just him appearing speaks volumes.
And who do you think can fit into the shoe of Raila Amolo Odinga as the next ODM party leader?
None. Raila Odinga is irreplaceable.
But who do you think can even come close to him within the ODM
setup? Maybe Babu Owino.
Yeah?
Babu is now closer to the rankings of Raila Odinga. That is the person I can say he is closer to Raila Odinga, because the aggression that that Babu is having, the unwavering ambitions of becoming the top leader of this country, that one qualifies him to be close
to what Raila is.
Yes, close.
My last question: 2027, you are going for Mugumoini.
Yes, I'm in it fully. I'm in it fully.
Okay.
They have started shivering, but I tell them to relax.
If today a voter in Mugumoini asks you, what will you do different from what others are doing for the people of Mugumoini? What will you tell them?
I'll do exceptional different things. One, I will not have a manifesto.
Okay.
Yes. My manifesto will be coming from them, not from me. Okay. I will engaging them. I will throw my ears, my 2 ears, to Mugumoini ward. So I'll be walking without ears. So I'll throw my ears there to listen to them, and to whatever they'll be saying is what I'll be doing.
If you are to be the MC now, to the MCA now,
yes,
Mugumoini ward MCA now,
yes,
what will you do differently?
Different
from what the current MCA is doing?
Good. One thing,
Okay.
Economic empowerment.
If you were to be now, like,
Even
assume
if they
you
call-
are the MP,
even
you
if
are the
they call-
MCA, what will you do differently from what the current MCA
Is doing.
is doing?
This is what I want to say. The MCA currently is doing nothing.
Okay.
So even if I do anything, I'll do different thing from him. So
Okay.
he's doing nothing. That is number one. Because
Okay.
if he's doing nothing and I do something, however, how small it is, I'll be doing different from him. But I want to tell you something about the Mugumuini people. What I want to do for them, it is the economic empowerment.
Of the people.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to speak about roads. I'm not going to speak about water. I'm not going to speak about anything. But what I'm going to speak about, what I'm going to do, and I'm speaking it now, is the economic empowerment. We are going to engage ourselves in things that puts money into our pockets. Are we together? We shall bring professionals to advise us on what to do when we get such amount of money that can propel us to any business, because most of us, we have money but we do not have mind to invest. Are we together? So we want to train our people how to invest even with as little as 1,000 shillings, Bob. You can sell smoky, you can sell the boiled egg, among so many other things.
But
that
what
we
if
are
someone
going
cannot even have that 1,000 bob? What will your office do? Because you talk about economical empowerment.
Yes.
If let's say that mama
Yes.
from Bangladesh,
Yes.
who cannot even get that 1,000 bob to start that biashara ya kuuza mayai,
Good question.
what will your office do to help
Good
that
question.
person?
Good question. One of the most important things that I'm going to do in Mgumuini is to stop depending on the government. Are you together?
Yes.
What we're going to do with my office is to look for funds, even if we are going to beg for donations for people to be empowered economically. We are going to do that. Even if it means to go outside country to beg for money to empower these women and youths, we are going to do that. We are not going to by the way, MCAs does not have any kind of allocation for them to run the ward. They only depend on ward fund, which you will be subjected to so much begging and waiting that I'm not going to lead my people to that area. We are going to sit down with my team. We are going to write proposals. We are going to go even outside the country to look for funds. Hata kama ni kuandikia wazungu proposal na kuwatumia huko. Hata kama ni kusema we have mayatima tunataka kufeed mahali. Let it be. But at the end of the day, wapate chakula, wapate school fees, wapate clothing, basic needs wakue nazo. Are you together? We want to eradicate poverty slowly by slowly. I might initiate it, but someone else will come later on to finish it. I don't want to say that I can finish poverty there, but at least I will.
You will put them somewhere.
I will put them somewhere. There will be quite a number of initiatives running to inject some things in their pockets.
Nice.
Yes, ask me again. What do you want me to clarify there?
Nothing more.
Yes.
Maybe your final word.
My final word is that
to the people of Mugumuini,
the people of Mugumuini, I want to tell them this way. We have so many number of youths in Mugumuini, and I want to tell them that the effort that they put in the demos, going to the parliament. Are you together? Coming out with the mess. You know, you saw the mess.
Yes.
In the streets of Nairobi. So many Mugumuini youths were there. Are you together? They were at the forefront. By the grace of God, nobody was killed. Are you together? So the energy that they put there, we want to translate it
to the ballot.
To the ballot and to the activities of the Mugumuini that will propel them to the next economic level in their lives. So this time round, we are there. I'm the Gen Z there, leading you this time round. I want you to wake up, guys. It is time.
That's it, guys.